Okay, now let's take a look at how that Tai Sabaki motion can be used to set up a submission. In this case, we're going to go straight into a front face lock. So here we are. Oh, my opponent gives me a right foot lead right here. He might be a left-hand fighter. So from here, again, I'm going to parry and dig for that underhook. Notice I don't drop this hand. He's still got that left hand loaded up to throw a straight left or a cross right here. So as I parry down, I'm going to dig for the underhook. My right hand, again, it's an inverted hook this way, and I'm cupping the back of his head. Now from here, what I'm going to do is push off, just as before, swing the opponent. Now, instead of kneeing, I'm going to take my right hand, drive his jaw across, grab his arm right here, or if he's super big and you can't get his arm, you can post your hand right here. But in JP's case, I'm going to grab his tricep, reach across, and grab my own wrist right here. And now, as I slowly step in, I'm using this motion with my wrist to apply pressure to his neck. Please practice this with caution. Make sure there's a qualified instructor there to help you. I apply the hold very gradually to JP, and I release it very gradually as well because it's so dangerous. This is totally illegal in any form of wrestling or any in a judo tournament. This is totally illegal. You'll get thrown out, which again makes it a very good technique when you're fighting for your life. So we're here. I parry downward, cup the opponent's head as I dig for the underhook. I'm pushing off, creating that Tai Sabaki motion. Drive the opponent's jaw across. That's imperative, and don't be too gentle about it. Drive his jaw across, and now I'm grabbing high on his tricep, or if he's too big, I'm going to post right here on his shoulder. And in this case, I'm going to grab on the tricep, get the opponent's wrist. I'm going to do that little bowling action with my wrist right here, and at the same time, I'm going to put my hips slightly into it and raise up. Now, if I do this hard, a lot of guys are thinking, yeah, but he can punch you in the groin. You know, what do you think? I mean, when I apply this, if I were really to apply, can you use your hands?
No.
Yeah. I mean, if I really apply that, he cannot use his hands to punch me in the groin. I know it looks like it, that I'm wide open right there. Now, let's say I'm on a straight guillotine, and it takes me some time to apply the hold. Or in judo, this would be called a front hadaka jime, or naked strangle. All right? In mixed martial arts, it's called a guillotine choke. You know, sometimes it works. It's a good technique if you're right across the throat. However, while I'm making it work, he can get to a weapon. He can punch me in the groin. He might have a clip-it knife or whatever. And I don't have 5, 6, 10 seconds to make that choke work. The front face lock is instantaneous. It works immediately. So again, I'm setting it up right here. I'm digging forward. I'm setting it up with that Tai Sabaki motion, that circular motion. I'm driving his jaw across, grabbing the tricep, and then my hip comes in as I bow my hand, putting tremendous pressure on the neck. This is a very, very dangerous move. Be very careful as you practice. Now we're going to take a look at the same technique, and hopefully we'll get to a different angle so you can see it more closely. So we're up here. I'm going to parry that down, cup behind the head, and I'm turning my opponent with that circular Tai Sabaki motion. And from here, I'm driving across his jaw. Not too gently either. I'm driving across the jaw, grabbing the tricep, grabbing my own wrist. And then I'm going to do that bowing action with my wrist as I hip into it just slightly and raise up right here. You see how his head is trapped in between my chest and my armpit right here. This is exactly where I want him. I don't want to lose control or he's out of there. Right? So I got to keep it, when I drive his jaw across, it's between my chest and my arm right here. And then I hip into it and very gradually apply that hold.